You have outgrown everyone in your hometown. They are stunned by your elevation. You got people in your hometown complete shock right now. They couldn't believe that you were the one that had made it. You were the one that had gotten away. And many years ago, when you was a child, they always said you would never accomplish anything. But fast forward now, look where you are today. Even though you are not where you want to be at right now, but guess what? It's still progress or where you about to go. Now everybody's in complete shock because you came a long way, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody in your city is either complete shock, intimidated, or jealous. And let's be clear here. Everybody that had moved out the city, you already knew that you couldn't be there all your life. Because see, these people didn't want to do that with their lives. But the moment when you started to take your life very seriously, you started losing friends, and they became friend enemies. Some of y'all lost family members because you were the one that broke that generational cycle in your family. So you had to get away from these folks. They couldn't accept the fact that you outgrew everybody. You got out of your comfort zone years ago and they still stuck in theirs. Even though it's never too late to change, but they refuse to change. Y'all know the saying, if you knew better, you do better. See, you knew better. That's why you had to do better. And this is why you at where you at today. But the ones that still stuck in your city, listen here, they ain't never gonna change. Because they're too busy worrying about what other people are doing, what other people had headed to. But these people in your city, they can't think outside the box. They gotta have other people think for them. But you were always independent, even when you was a child in school. Junior high, middle school, high school. You never fitted in the first beginning. As a matter of fact, eagles cannot fly with chickens. Or shall I say, these chickens cannot fly with eagles. They could not even compare themselves to you, even though they try to compete with you. You spread your wings and you flew. You flew like an airplane. And you got the hell away from these individuals that are so freaking miserable in their soul and their spirit. They wanted you to remain stuck along with them. But see, what they didn't know is you were going to lead them. And the moment or the day or the year when you had left, they were so in shock. See, back in the day, you was labeled the black sheep. They may call you the black sheep. You may have been a late bloomer, but guess where you at now? And ain't no way in the world these people can't say you doing a doggone thing. But see, here's the problem. They'll want to give you your props, but that's all right, because you'll need that approval, you'll need that support. And I bet you, the moment you went to another city and started your business, started your whole life over, they saw your potential, they saw your greatness, and they supported you too. They really did. And now while they over there, still stuck, you changed your life for the better, and you ain't care who didn't like it. Because like I told you, you never needed that support. They thought you were going to cry, beg, kiss they behind. No, that ain't you. But now guess who's begging now? They are. Now everybody in your hometown want to hit you up. Because they see you being celebrated. But when you was around them, they feel like they had to tolerate you. And you say, you know what? No more of this. You said enough was enough. You had enough. Even though you took a risk, that's all right. It was worth it, right? But see, some people are scared to fly. Which means people are scared to leave their job. They're scared to leave their city. And if you still in your city, that's all right. It's always good to have a backup plan. If you still working at that job, don't you worry. You no longer going to be there. This is only temporary, folks. Especially if you know you got a brighter future. Because where you at right now is only temporary. And where you at, people can't even stomach your progress. Every time they see you doing better than them, it make them sick to their stomach. But see, they can't stop watching you. You got their full attention now. They became so obsessed. And if you did move away from your hometown, they still concerned about you. Unlike them, you wasn't afraid to lose friends, whoever. You ain't care. But last time I checked, this is your life. You were born alone, and you're going to leave this world alone. Like I said, eagles, they don't have friends. Eagles fly alone. But chickens, they can't even fly. You spread your wings and you flew away. You got away from the nonsense, the chaos, the BS. You got away from the face, the snakes. You got away from it all. Now they're trying to say you better than them. Now they're trying to say since you have moved away, you think you all that now, huh? That tells you right there. Somebody insecure, they feel threatened, they are triggered by your elevation. You thriving in life. Even though if you had started late or you had a couple of roadblocks, couple of distractions, but that's all right. You never took your eyes off the prize. Because they wanted you to be distracted. They wanted you to be angry, mad at life, and mad at yourself. But no. See, you can't be around people like that. Because they would take you off of your path and have them going on their path, which is self-destruction. That's why the minute when you moved away, they felt some type of way. But they never paid your bills, supported you. Hell, these people even never checked up on you. And if they did, it was for the wrong intentions, aka being nosy. Trying to monitoring your whole life, trying to see what you got going on. That's not a real friend. Half of these people want to check up on just to see if you have failed. But no, you're still doing great. It was never a competition with you and the people in your city. But see, they made it to be a competition. So that tells you right there who were insecure and who were minding their own business. But you got people in complete shock right now because they still can't believe after all these years, him, her, they made it out the city. Yeah, you made it out the city. You damn skippy. And like I said, if you're still in your city, it's never too late. Don't let people try to shame you because you stayed in a certain area all your life. But like I told you, When you know you outgrow everybody in your city, you already know it's time to pack up and leave. You already know you you already had knew or know when you outgrow a community or a job, you already know you about to go somewhere else. Cause like I told you, some folks get comfortable in their comfort zone. They are scared to leave. They scared to try something else. But not you. Not us. And like I said, we don't care who we lose. The only thing that matters is you going somewhere and you happy. That's all that matters. But see, everybody can't accept that. They not you, and you sure as hell ain't them. Because you will never be miserable. You will never try to talk down on somebody's success. Especially if they are trying. They tried that with you and look what happened. They remain stuck like a statue. They can't move because you know why? Their mindset is so messed up. It is so negative. It's so toxic. Remember, it all starts with the mind. If you can't believe, then you shall receive. But see, these folks, back then, they laughed at you. They will always say you couldn't make it, you were never going to get it. Now look at you, fast forward, 2026. You're getting it. And ain't no stopping either. Like that late song from the late 70s. Let me talk to the OGs. The late 70s song, disco song, ain't no stopping us now. Because you know why? They can't stop us. And for the young folks, y'all probably know the song too. But ain't no age, but like I said, ain't no stopping us now. They tried everything to hold you back. But your elevation was so high, you were higher than a kite, higher than a bird. They tried so hard to reach you, they messed around and fell and bumped their head. Now they standing there looking stupid, trying to compete and keep up with your every move. How about that? But like I said, it takes for you to believe in you. In the moment when you woke up, and you say, you know what? I can't keep doing this. I'm better than this. I know my worth. I'm not going to stay here forever. And once you have wrote the vision down, made it plain, even made affirmations about it, you start putting the work behind the scenes and you got the job done. Because let's be clear here. If you don't move, then you're not going to get the job done. Everybody can talk a good game, but where's your action? What is your faith behind all of this? Because faith without works is what? D-E-A-D. Deceased. Dead. But see, everything you said out your mouth, you back it up. Everybody's in complete shock right now. They stunned. You probably left your hometown 20-some years ago, 30-some years ago, 5 years ago, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, whatever the amount was. They're still talking about you to this day. They're like, damn, I can't believe he left like that. Damn, I can't believe she left like that. Damn. That sounded like Esther from Good Times. Damn, damn, damn. Hell, they living rent. No, I'll take that back. You living rent-free in their head right now. They wanted you to think about them, but you ain't even studying them. They go to bed thinking about you, wake up thinking about you. This is why you got to be very careful who you judge. Be careful who you talk down on. And a lot of y'all that's watching this video, a lot of people misjudge you, talk down on you, make fun of your situation. They did it all. But like I said, you doing 10 times better than them. They still stuck where they at, and look where you at. Because you wasn't scared. You were always different. Like 2 Chainz, you were always different. Even your mindset was different. Your walk was different. Your vocabulary was different. They couldn't understand you. That's all right. Because losers do not understand winners anyway. You were surrounded by a bunch of losers all your life. And y'all know when you are a winner, you're going to have a bunch of losers hating on you. That's why you had to get up out the city and be surrounded by other winners. And let's be clear here. Everywhere you go is going to be a hater, but don't even worry about that. But on a positive note, you made it out your city, or you're about to make it out your city. Like I said, it's never too late, even if you are a late bloomer. Don't let people try to shame you or make you feel guilty for starting late. Long as you got air in your lungs, it is never too late. But see, people let other people turn their sky into a ceiling. Not you. You say, you know what, the hell with this. I can get away from these miserable buffoons. You couldn't do it no more. You couldn't take it no more. Now you can breathe. It's like, because being around these people can be so exhausted. Being around these type of folks can clog up your mindset if you let them. So let them be stunned, let them be shocked. Hell, let them be pissed off about your elevation. You set the trenches. You made it out of a place they're still stuck in. You've been through hell and back. You've been through hell, made it out of hell without a scratch or a bruise on you. And that's something they can't even do. But y'all came a long way. A long way. And don't let nobody ever tell you you can't do anything. That because they can't do it, don't mean you can't do it. You triggered a lot of people. But you don't care. Because like I said, it's you versus you. Not you versus them. But they made it to the point it was them versus you. Like I said, even though you're away from these folks, they still watching. Still trying to plot. Still trying to keep up with your life and your every move. And it still ain't working. Poor little critters. But all I got to say is, you made it. You're about to make it. And you will make it. In the words of Jadakiss and Style P, we gon' make it. So let us sit there and be nosy. Let them sit there and try to model your whole life. You've been number one since you was a baby. That's why all these haters was at your neck, but now you got your foot on their neck. As a matter of fact, you got your foot in they, you know what? They became so obsessed. Now, they can't even let you go. Which means you still stuck in their head. Shaking my head. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. But that's a reminder, it's never too late to start. It is never too late to move. You outgrow everybody. You outgrew your friends, your family, you outgrew them all. And most family will support you. Most friends will support you. But 9 times out of 10, the people that's watching this, you never had the people supporting you because back then, they called you a loser. Trying to say you were this, you were that. They're trying to get all up in your head. But now look at them. See, back in high school, they were the man, they were the woman. They thought they had it all. But fast forward, you got it all now. The last will be first, and the first will be last. Damn, homie. Back in high school, you was the man, homie. What the happened to you? What happened to him? Shout out to 50 Cent for that. What happened to him? Back then they were popular, but now they're still stuck. And you moved on. But keep a smile on y'all face. Keep up the good work and keep the faith. Remember, you can do it. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all share this video. God bless you all. Y'all be safe. I'll talk to y'all later. Remember, keep your plans to yourself. Don't tell nobody what you got going on. Even if they do ask you, don't tell them the full details. Because where you going, they will not be able to go. Everybody can't go. Alright? Now, make sure y'all health, mental health is all that is in good shape. But I don't said enough. I finna get up out of here. Catch y'all in the next one. I love you all. Peace.